Now, back in August, I was invited by Samsung to attend the Unpacked event in Brooklyn, New York. Yes, I'm from New York, so it was a nice way to go back home to New York, have a visit, and of course, attend the Samsung event. At the event, of course, I was very interested in checking out the Tab S6, the follow-up to one of my favorite tablets, Android tablets of 2018. And I'm glad I did. Now, I've been putting it through its paces for the past couple of months, testing the battery life, testing the performance, and overall everyday use. And I'm really impressed. Hey everybody, it's Andrew, and this is my review of the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6. Coming up. Like these type of videos? Well, why not hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell, and make sure you check the box that gives you all the notifications. And also make sure you follow me on social media, especially Twitter and Instagram. I'll let you know when I post new videos on those platforms as well. And as I always do, in the interest of transparency and full disclosure, I am not being paid by Samsung, I'm not being sponsored by Samsung. All the opinions you're about to hear are my own, and no one is seeing this video before its release. And even though I did attend the Samsung Unpacked event back in August, I did not receive a review unit from Samsung. I purchased this unit with my own money. And by the way, right now there's a special Black Friday deal for the Tab S6 over at Amazon. I think this is a great deal. For $549, you're getting the best Android tablet on the market. I'll put the link below for more information and where you can buy it. Remember, this is a special Black Friday deal. This won't last very long, so snap it up if you can. And if you haven't seen my unboxing and first impressions video, I encourage you to check it out. I'll put the link below. I go over things I won't cover here, so make sure you check it out. Now I'm going to start off with the form factor. I actually am a big fan of how thin and light and how well built this Tab S6 is. Now you'll see it as soon as you open it up and you hold it, and using it for the past couple of months, it's really held up really well. It comes in 3 different colors: cloud blue, rose blush, and what I have here, mountain gray. Now I covered the ports in my unboxing video. For those that didn't see it, you get 2 speakers and a microphone on the left side. On the right side are 2 more speakers. They're AKG branded. They sound fantastic. The USB-C port that'll do data charge and display out. On the top of the device, of course, is your microSD card reader, another microphone. You get dual array microphones on this device, and a volume rocker up and down, as well as your power button. On the bottom is the keyboard connector ports. Now the keyboard cover to me is a must-have purchase, and the reason I say that is because if you're going to do productivity work with this, especially with DeX mode on this, you're going to want to use this to get work done, and the keyboard certainly helps you do that. And over the past 2 months, I've actually found myself using it all the time. I do type out emails on it, I do type out documents on it, and it's become a part of this device. Now using it without it, of course, is still good, but to me, if you want to get productivity work done, buy the keyboard. Now it's not cheap. Right now you can get it for $170 over at Amazon. But again, if you want to get work done, this is the way to go. Now it does stick on the back of the tablet, and the adhesive on mine has actually held up really well, but there have been issues on other units not sticking very well. Other reviewers have experienced this problem, but for me, this has not been an issue. But again, your mileage may vary. And the magnetic connection has been pretty strong. I haven't really had any issues over the past couple of months. It's been rock solid. And the kickstand has a pretty sturdy hinge that's held up really well over the time. It has not loosened in any way. It's actually retained its rigidity, and that's pretty good. And I like the fact that this keyboard cover does have an integrated touchpad. That's something different than last year's model. And I have to say, it's been really convenient to have that, not always having to lug around a mouse in case you do want to use a mouse on this device. And I love the fact that there's a slot for the pen so you can recharge it while it's in the case. That's a clever design. And without a doubt, the star of the show has to be its display. What we're looking at here is a 10.5-inch Super AMOLED display, resolution of 2560 by 1600, a 16:10 aspect ratio, that's 288 pixels per inch. And it's got to be one of the brightest displays on the market at 645 nits. This is excellent for both indoor and outdoor use. It's an HDR10 display, excellent for watching high dynamic range content, really deep blacks, very vibrant colors, which are the hallmarks, of course, of a Super AMOLED display. This really has it all. The Tab S6 is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855, and although this is not the latest processor at this point, it's still one of the best out there, and when it comes to the benchmarks, you can see the numbers did really well, especially when you compare it to some of the competition. It handled productivity tasks very well, such as Microsoft Office, email, web browsing, handled it with a breeze. You could also do video editing on this. It's powerful enough to definitely do that as well. Now, as far as media consumption, watching Netflix, YouTube, everything worked well, and gaming worked really well. Everything on the highest settings, really smooth, and very playable frame rates. It's running Android 9 Pie and the Samsung One UI, and I have to say the One UI's worked really well. Very optimized for this tablet, very smooth transitions, no lag, and that's what you want to see definitely with the skin. Definitely better than the old days when we had the TouchWiz, which was very bloated and very heavy in terms of a skin. This is actually really good. Now, when it comes to the S Pen, you're looking at 4,096 levels of pressure sensitivity, uses the Wacom EMR technology. It does use Bluetooth technology, so you can take selfies with it. A lot of improvements with that S Pen. I really liked using it over the past couple of months. And because of that pressure sensitivity and great palm rejection, sketching out artwork, taking notes worked really well with the Tab S6. It uses face recognition to log into the device, and I thought for the most part it worked really well. And as I mentioned in my unboxing video, this is some of the best cameras you'll ever find on a tablet, and I think Samsung did an outstanding job when it comes to both the front-facing camera and the rear camera on this, because I think they produce some excellent images, as you can see here. It does 4K video, 30 frames per second, and I thought the image quality for a tablet was excellent. And I thought the image stabilization was actually pretty good as well. Check for yourself. And I thought the selfie camera, again, really good. You're looking at 8 megapixels and you're looking at 1080p, 30 frames per second. This is good stuff. Now, this has a 7040 milliamp hour battery, and on my continuous web surfing test over Wi-Fi, I did 10 hours and 46 minutes, which was very good, although it was outpaced by the iPad Air 2019. But again, 10 hours and 46 minutes means you're going to get all day use out of this. But again, your mileage may vary depending on what you do with this device. But really good battery life is what I've seen so far for the past 2 months. Now, if you do need to plug in, they do supply you with a fast adaptive charger in the box. It takes about 2.5 hours for a full charge. The Tab S6 has quad speakers on it, and I have to say they sound really good. They're AKG tuned, and as I mentioned in my unboxing video, my initial impressions of it were really good, and after a couple of months of use, I have to say I absolutely love these speakers. I think they get really loud, they fill up a room rather nicely, there's bass, the mids are good. I have to say they did an outstanding job on these speakers. So to wrap it all up, can I recommend the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6? Is it worth your hard-earned money? And the answer is absolutely, especially if you want the best Android tablet on the market. Bar none, this is the #1 Android tablet. And I stand by my pros and cons of my unboxing video. Basically, you're looking at a stunning Super AMOLED display. The improved keyboard cover, in my opinion, although there are some issues with it I mentioned, and it's a bit cramped. But overall, I think they did a good job. Good performance out of that Snapdragon 855. Very powerful speakers out of those quad speakers that are AKG tuned. 10 plus hours of battery life, integrated S Pen charging, excellent cameras make this a winner. I liked it so much, I'm going to give it my editor's choice for the Android tablet category. It is the best Android tablet on the market. I'm going to give it a score of 96%, making the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 worth your money. So what do you think about the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6? Now, for the past couple of months, I really have been putting through its paces and very impressed. I love the beautiful Super AMOLED display, 10.5 inches. Now, I kind of wish it was a little bit bigger, and I have to say I'm a little bit spoiled by the iPad Pro 12.9-inch display with its aspect ratio, but I have to say that Super AMOLED display on the Samsung Tab S6 is absolutely gorgeous. In fact, it's stunning. It's an HDR display, of course, and it really has those really deep blacks, the super vibrant colors that we've come to expect with an AMOLED display. They're the best. And when it comes to Samsung, I don't think there's any rival when it comes to the displays. Now, as far as performance out of that Snapdragon 855, I thought it worked really well, handled everything with a breeze, multitasked really smoothly, no issues in that regard. I like using the DeX mode because that allowed me to get productivity work done with that keyboard case. Now, speaking of the keyboard case, I do like it. Now, it is small, and of course, this is a 10.5-inch device, a bit cramped, of course, no backlight, and it is a bit expensive. But the good thing is that they've improved it in a number of ways. It now has a trackpad on it. You have a place to store the pen in a slot on the back, and I think it worked pretty well for the most part. Now, there are some things they certainly can improve in terms of the connection and all that stuff. I think it could be a little bit better. But I'm curious to know what you think. Let me know in the comment section below. I think the battery life was very good as indicated by the numbers. The performance obviously did the job. I think this is definitely the best Android tablet out there. I don't think there's too many rivals. I know Huawei makes a really good one, but I have to say that this is a really good offering from Samsung. And I think the differentiator here is the S Pen, the added functionality that you get with the S Pen, of course, via the Bluetooth functionality, being able to take a selfie, being able to do all sorts of things with the pen. Not only you could take notes, you could sketch out artwork as well. So please hit the like button, please subscribe, please share this video. Don't forget to leave a comment in that comment section below. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if there's a device or something out there you think I should review. I'll do my best to try to make that happen. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course my website, AMDtechreviews.com. So until next time, this is Andrew from AMDtech. See ya. Hey everybody, it's Andrew, and this is my review of the Samsung Galaxy... Hey everybody, it's Andrew, and this is my review of something. Hey everybody, it's Andrew, and this is my review of the Samsung Galaxy Tab S something. Yep, it's gotta be something.